Inside AT&T Park, the home of the Giants, as we ready for baseball from the city by the bay. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the San Francisco Giants. The Giants have won 5 games in a row. They'll look for number 6 right after this. Aldo Ramos, a Pennsylvania-born lefty, gets the ball to start here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you can tell by this strikeout to walk ratio 2-to-1 that this guy is more a pitch to contact guy than a strikeout walk guy.
Into the box now, Lance Big Daddy. He was an offensive force in the first half and currently sits atop the league's home run leaderboard.
Yeah, Matty, he got off to such a hot start. He was able to relax and just be himself, and he has been absolutely killing the baseball.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Mateo looking up into the bleachers and gone. So a 3-run shot to right center field. So he just continues to club the baseball at an alarming rate as the Giants have now taken a 3-0 lead.
He's one of the best home run hitters in the league, and rightfully so. You're not going to get cookies thrown at you every at-bat. Most guys can handle a fastball, but he waited back on that off-speed.
In now, Lance Big Daddy. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, in his last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run, so it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
First pitch of the at-bat. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Bullock is there. And that retires the side. Giants leave 1, but they lead it 4-1. At the plate, Lance Big Daddy. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. And that one right down Main Street. Midway through the game, the Giants maintain a slim lead. With a win streak on the line, what do these guys need to do to hang on to this one and keep the winning streak alive?
Yeah, they have to fight to get the leadoff batter on, Matty. Maybe put a runner in scoring position and get a gapper with 2 outs. Something productive that allows the manager to have options of whether or not he wants to go to the bullpen.
Line toward the alley in left center. And that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he is into third with a 2-out triple.
Yeah, and most guys that hit for the cycle can get a single or a double but struggle with the rest. Not this guy. He's already got the homer and the triple, so the hardest parts are out of the way. We'll see what the rest of the game holds in store.
Stepping up now, Nathaniel Cervantes. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Men on third with 2 down. Line to the right side. And a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third. So another run scores there on the base hit. Their 5th run in 5 innings so far. And we'll show you a look on cue at the highest scoring offenses in the league. And you can see, in fact, that these guys currently lead the National League in that category. And, in fact, lead all of baseball as well. So coming to the plate, Lance Big Daddy. He's gone deep again in this game despite facing some fierce competition on the mound.
This is one of the premier power hitters in the game. He's already gone deep once in this game against great pitching. Wouldn't be surprised if he catches something over the heart of the plate again.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Larson at third. Ramos on at second with 2 down. Swung on and hit deep to left center. This one has a chance. Bullock ranging back. Still going back. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So a 3-run shot to left center, his second of the game, as this lead got even wider. Guys, we've seen 4 big balls between the two teams so far today. What are your impressions of the long ball display we're watching?
Matty V, this is kind of a mini home run.
Digging in, Lance Big Daddy. He'll look to keep it going. 3 for 4 so far in the ball game.
Yeah, Matt, that last at bat, that was a pretty good pitch. A fastball down and away that he went out and hooked and pulled it. So if I'm on the mound right now, I'm going to have to think about throwing one up and in and standing this guy up to make that outside corner not as appealing.
None out, runners at first and second. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. A leap at the wall, but he can't bring this one back. It's a home run. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. His 3rd home run of the ball game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Well, talk about having a day. 3 home runs in one game. We've heard about the hat trick in hockey, but it's awfully hard to do that in a baseball game. Yeah, and sometimes you just need a guy to go out there and battle. It doesn't have to be pretty all the time, but just good enough to get the job done. Well, this guy, he was a heck of a lot better than that, going the entire 9 innings, saving his bullpen, and getting the win.
14-1 the final tally here. The San Francisco Giants put up a 4 spot in the opening frame on the way to victory. Aldo Ramos pitches his way to a team-leading 12th win of the year, turning in a very strong complete game effort. Pablo Arrojo allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
41,503. The Giants thank you for attending today's game at AT&T Park. And remind you to please buckle up and drive home safely.
Sunday afternoon baseball on the show as we welcome you inside AT&T Park in San Francisco. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the San Francisco Giants. The Giants look for their 7th straight victory next. Eric Neff will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA, and it's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Well, guys, these Diamondbacks, as they begin play, they've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, Matt, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, D-Row. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one. Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3. They trail things here 2-0. So stepping in, Lance Big Daddy comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Bullock is in his tracks now. 1 pitch, 1 away. Now at the plate, Lance Big Daddy. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Hit sharply on the ground. Morales on the grass, on to first, and that is a big out to lead off the home 7th. So striding in, Lance Big Daddy. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Number 25.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Patel ranging back to the track, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
This guy's not wasting any time, right? Gets a first pitch fastball, and he flies out deep on the first pitch of the inning. Wow, they were banging on all cylinders, from the leadoff man to the number 9 guy, the owner. They absolutely cruised to a 7-run victory. If it were only always that easy, right?
A 7-0 shutout final today. Arizona wrap up their 20th road win of the season. Chris Maris earns his 5th winner of the year. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Final line score for our ball game this afternoon for the victorious Diamondbacks, 7 runs on 13
camera nigga.
First opened in 2006. We're at beautiful Busch Stadium. San Francisco Giants and the The St. Louis Cardinals. Jason Brown gets the call for game 1 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really dependable. Last 3 starts, ERA just under 3.00, and that's some pretty good pitching. Minimizes the amount of walks, keeps his hits down, and if he can do more of the same of that, he should have some pretty good fortune in this one here today.
Striding in, Lance Big Daddy. He was an offensive force in the first half and currently sits atop the league's home run leaderboard.
Yeah, Matty, he got off to such a hot start. He was able to relax and just be himself, and he has been absolutely killing the baseball.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. They come in playing reasonably well of late, though they have dropped their last 2 in a row.
Yeah, Matty B, we're looking at a team right now. They're just playing some average baseball through 4 games of this homestand. They split it 2-2, D-Row, and I think they expect a little bit more.
Yeah, and you don't want to be playing average baseball in front of your home fans. They need to find a way to win this game and try and take 3 out of the first 5 of this homestand.
And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. D-Row, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Matty, this lineup's got to be willing to adjust. They cannot stay staunch and try and pull everything, or there will be a ton of ground ball and weak fly ball contact. They have to be willing to use line to line to get this done today.
Now at the plate, Lance Big Daddy.
Number 25.
First pitch of the at-bat. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Hemphill. And the inning is over. Now at the plate, Lance Big Daddy. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Robinette is going to have room out there as he puts this away. Digging in now, Lance Big Daddy facing some tough pitching in this one. His bat's been kept uncharacteristically silent.
Yeah, but it only takes one swing, guys. You know as well as I do. He gets a pitch in the middle of the plate. With one swing at a bat, he could change the entire complexion of this game.
Hit hard back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So a good start to the inning for the Giants. Leadoff hitters aboard.
The leadoff hitter finds his way on base. Should be interesting to see the cat and mouse with the manager. Does he use the bunt right here? Do we put a little hit and run on? Do we go old school, new school, and just let him swing away? Should be interesting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Nathaniel Cervantes. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And now they've got him in a rundown. They put the tag on him, and he is out at first base.
Decisions like that have to be made knowing who you've got at the plate. This guy can put one over the fence, no problem, so that wasn't very smart baseball. Excellent work putting the finishing touches on this one. Picking up the save number 30 now on the year. Nice job from him.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. St. Louis wrote an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Johnny Rojas burns the victory out of the bullpen, his 5th. Jay Staten hammers down the save, his 30th. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to theshownation.com. Tuesday Night Baseball now from the home of the Cardinals, Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the second of 4 to begin the week between the San Francisco Giants and the St. Louis Cardinals. Lance Big Daddy, the National League's leading hitter to this point, takes his swings. Next. Robin Cox, the right-hander from Canada, will be the starting pitcher. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you can tell by this strikeout to walk ratio 2-to-1 that this guy is more a pitch to contact guy than a strikeout walk guy.
Striding into the box, Lance Big Daddy. He got off to a red-hot start this year and leads the senior circuit in batting over the first half of the season.
Yeah, there's probably a handful of guys that get...
Oh, and now meanwhile, this ball is cranked out to straightaway center field, and this one is going to leave the yard. It's a home run. Two-run shot to straightaway center, so he just continues to club the baseball at an alarming rate as the Giants have taken a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and that's what you call a dream scenario or an absolute nightmare, depending on your viewpoint. A power pitcher on the bump and a power hitter at the plate. A plus B equals see you later. It's simple math, folks.
Ready to take his hacks again, Lance Big Daddy, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter, so I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out.
There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. And this one is gone, a home run. Two-run shot to straightaway center, his second home run of the game as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Well, he's given up 2 long balls in just 2 1/3 innings of work. So it seems as though they might have his number here. Not sure how much more the manager wants to see. He needs to turn it around quick if he wants to stay in this one for a while.
Ready to take his hacks again, Lance Big Daddy, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at-bat is second home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
And that gets through for a 1-out base hit. And he's safe. And case in point why he's one of the best bats in the business as he's aboard for the 3rd time today.
He has had so many multi-hit games this year. Why are we surprised he mixed in another 3-hit performance? I expect this guy to finish strong and fight for the batting title up until his last at bat.
Digging in, Nathaniel Cervantes. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Well, they miss with the first one, but then they decide, let's go ahead and put him aboard here. And they'll do just that as you see the signal from the dugout.
That's what's called getting the treatment. Everyone knows he's a power threat with the bat, so it's all about not letting him be the guy that beats you.
Now batting.
Standing in, Steven Diaz. Ring, the runner at 3rd. Big Daddy at 2nd. Cervantes is over at 1st with 1 away. Taken high and deep to right. Duke looks up. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. Home run number 16 for him on the year as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Well, the strategy to walk the previous batter intentionally was sound. In my opinion, what wasn't sound was the execution of the last pitch, which was promptly deposited far beyond anyone's reach. That stings, but I don't...
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Lance Big Daddy. Despite the matchup against some typically formidable pitching, he has already turned in a multi-hit performance.
That's why this guy's an absolute monster. He doesn't discriminate. You put a good guy out on the...
Hits it high and deep out to center field. Dillard racing back at the track, the wall, onto the lawn, and gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center, his third home run of the ball game, as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Well, you have a great night in hockey. You score 3 goals, and that's a hat trick. But how about hitting 3 home runs in one night? That's the baseball equivalent of a hat trick, and that's awfully hard to do.
Coming to the plate now, Lance Big Daddy, and he's got a very real opportunity at making some history here.
Talk about having a game of a lifetime. In his last at bat, he hit his 3rd home run of the game. You know, walking up to the plate right now, he's thinking about hitting number 4.
Kempa is there, 1 quick out to start inning number 9.
That's one of those tough luck outs that'll drive you crazy as a hitter. He drove that fastball, but couldn't get it down, so he has to take hard contact as a consolation. Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
10-4, the final in this game. San Francisco. MLB The Show is at the gateway to the West, St. Louis, Missouri, and lovely Busch Stadium. Tonight it's Game 3 of this 4-game set between the San Francisco Giants and the St. Louis Cardinals. Lance Big Daddy, the National League's leading hitter to this point, takes his swings. Next. Mitchell Elias gets the start for St. Louis in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
Here's the first pitch to him. Pitch out. Nothing doing. So let's take a peek at the officiating crew in this one. Behind the plate is Kenny Jansen.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Road, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment.
Now the 1-0. Hard hit ball to second. Fielded cleanly to second for 1. On to first as they get the double. Digging in for his second at bat, Lance Big Daddy.
Number 25.
Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. And he goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. The relay, but he is in there with a triple. So he picks up another hit. First of the game, but as we've mentioned, it's just one of many so far this season for him.
Yeah, Matty, I know he's fighting for a batting title right now, but the consistency this guy has shown from start to finish this season has been awesome for this team. Talking to the manager before the game, he's the one guy when he walks in the clubhouse door, you know exactly what you're getting from him.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Nathaniel Cervantes. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Goes the other way and sends it deep down the right field line. But he will haul this in on the run as he had to go back to the warning track to do it, and there are 2 away. And the run will score from third to make this a 3-2 ball game.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
Digging in once again, Lance Big Daddy. He tripled earlier, making him 1 for 2 in the ball game. He's ready. Now the pitch. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Now the 1-0. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Robinette looking up. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. Two-run shot to straightaway center, so he just continues to club the baseball at an alarming rate as they take the lead 4-3.
I guess the pitchers haven't been talking in the dugout because it looks like they've learned nothing about this guy. He's torched them for 4 home runs this series, and they're still giving him pitches to hit.
So striding forward now, Lance Big Daddy. Despite the matchup against some typically formidable pitching, he has already turned in a multi-hit performance.
That's why this guy's an absolute monster. He doesn't discriminate. You put a good guy out on the mound, he finds a way to work his knocks in, and he feasts on the 3-4-5s.
Pulled toward right center field. Robinette will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. A look there at our line score as we play the 8th inning here at Busch. Cardinals out in front as they look to try and hang on in front of the home crowd.
Well, just an excellent job right here closing this one out. He just collected the first save of his career. Got to start somewhere.
13-4 the way this one ends. The St. Louis Cardinals posted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Mitchell Elias earns his 6th winning decision in this one. Rodney Blumenthal permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. Sean Hernandez takes the rare put a wrap on things here this evening. From my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 9 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Busch Stadium, a sellout of 46,000. The Cardinals would like to thank you for joining us in baseball heaven and remind you to please drive home safely. Have a good night.
Just to the west of the mighty Mississippi, we're at the home of the Cardinals, Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Today, it's the finale of this 4-game set between the San Francisco Giants and the St. Louis Cardinals. Major League Baseball on the Show starts now. Ken Norwood will be towing the rubber for the Cardinals. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Digging in, Lance Big Daddy. He got off to a red-hot start this year and leads the senior circuit in batting over the first half of the season.
Yeah, there's probably a handful of guys that get to enjoy the All-Star break the way he did. He was swinging such a hot bat that first half to find himself in first place in batting average. What a great start to the second half for him.
Dan, D-Row, we take a look at this Cardinals ball club as they enter play this afternoon. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, thanks, Matty V. Hey, you know what, D-Row, this is one.
Hang on, this is hit deep into right center. This looks to have enough, and it does. A home run. Solo shot to right center. So he just continues to club the baseball at an alarming rate as the Giants are staked to a 1-0 lead.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if...
Stepping up to the plate, Lance Big Daddy. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
In the last at-bat, that breaking ball was really up in the zone. Not a good spot for a pitcher to throw the off-speed pitch. If he wants to come back and throw that in this at-bat, he better get it down below the knees.
Don't think for 1 second, after giving up already 1 homer, that he doesn't know where this lineup's headed. He's going to have to face the real sluggers right now, and he's going to have to execute.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap, but that'll be off the wall in right center. Digging hard. He's headed for third. The relay throw, and he'll make it into second as he just misses the home run, but he'll settle for 2 bases. So that's his second knock of the game, and you can add this to his ever-growing list of multi-hit performances this season.
Does this guy ever look bad at the dish? I mean, really doesn't. Fighting for a batting crown, throwing out multi-knock games daily. it's going to be a fight to the finish right here.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Now at the plate, Nathaniel Cervantes. He flew out in his last at-bat. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Hit hard to third. Estrada is there. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Stepping in, Steven Diaz. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Steven Diaz.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Right, you're
For
here.
third. Out in front as this is skied in the air to straightaway left. Hemphill is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Giants will have to be content with just the 1. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Giants 2 and the Cardinals nothing. Digging in and looking for more, Lance Big Daddy. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Drilled to the right side. Lures from shallow right. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, which was the home run. No errors and no one left. Last half of the 5th coming up. Giants out in front here, 3-0. At the plate, Lance Big Daddy. Despite the matchup against some typically formidable pitching, he has already turned in a multi-hit performance.
That's why this guy's an absolute monster. He doesn't discriminate. You put a good guy out on the mound, he finds a way to work his knocks in, and he feasts on the 3, 4, 5s.
With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
A swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark. And gone. An absolute bomb. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His 2nd of the game, and the Giants have opened up their lead now 4-0.
Yeah, and that home run is an absolute backbreaker. You still have some baseball left to play here, but with a 4-run lead, it could be a non-save situation. So they might get the rest there.
Stepping into the box, Lance Big Daddy. He'll look to keep it going. 3 for 4 so far in the ball game.
Yeah, man, this guy flexed his muscles in that last at-bat. We heard that he has good power. That last bomb had to go well over 400 feet. He hit it a long way.
And he goes down and gets this fastball and takes it high in the air to deep straightaway center. Maybe not, as this stays up in the air long enough to be hauled in out there. False alarm, and that ends the inning.
Wow, not only are complete games rare in this day and age of Major League Baseball, but a complete game shutout. This guy was in total command from the 1st inning through the 9th. Totally dominant in this one.
5-0 the final score today. The Giants jumped out to an early lead in the 1st and never looked back. Aldo Ramos picks up his league-leading 13th win. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Giants. 5 runs on 11 hits. No errors. They left 10 men on base. For St. Louis, no runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 51 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon, 46,000. The Cardinals would like to thank you for joining us in baseball heaven and remind you to please.
Friday night baseball from Dodger Stadium in L.A. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Lance Big Daddy, the National League's leading hitter to this point, takes his swings. Next. Ronnie O'Hara is on the mound for the Dodgers in this contest. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, one of the strengths of this guy is handling right-handed hitters. Right-handers coming into this game are hitting under 250 against this guy, so he's doing a lot of things right when the right-handers step into the batter's box.
Coming to the plate now, Lance Big Daddy. He got off to a red-hot start this year and leads the senior circuit in batting over the first half of the season.
Yeah, there's probably a handful of guys that get to enjoy the All-Star break the way he did. He was swinging such a hot bat that first half to find himself in first place in batting average. What a great start to the second half for him.
Griffin will get there, and he puts it away. At the plate, Lance Big Daddy, and their runners at the corners now. First pitch coming. Here it is. High in the air out to center field. Griffin is there. And the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And the run is in to score from third. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
Ready for another chance? Lance Big Daddy earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. From the stretch. Hit hard on the ground to the right. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. So he picks up another hit. First of the game, but as we've mentioned, it's just one of many so far this season for him.
Yeah, Matty, I know he's fighting for a batting title right now, but the consistency this guy has shown from start to finish this season has been awesome for this team. Talking to the manager before the game, he's the one guy when he walks in the clubhouse door, you know exactly what you're getting from him.
Ramey over at second. Big Daddy at first with no outs. High in the air down the right field line. Moving under it, Parker. He makes the play. Runner tags and hits for third. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with 1 away.
Good read there at second base to know he could make it to third on the flyout. Now he's only 90 feet away with 1 out.
Now batting, Xavier Hundley. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone.
Hundley.
3 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for San Francisco. And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news? A single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Next to bat for the Giants, Dallas Sanchez, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run.
And this is a great example of what happens when you can't find the strike zone. The first walk of the inning looked harmless enough, but this one brings a runner home. Self-inflicted wounds are always the hardest to swallow.
Ready now, Chauncey Larson, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Now the runner's on his way home, and he'll step off. The tag, and they got him coming back to third. Ready once again, Lance Big Daddy. He singled his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. High pop-up. Valenzuela is calling for it. And that's the first out of the inning. Striding in once again, Lance Big Daddy.
Number 25.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hard liner toward short. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Super play right there from the shortstop. Talk about showing off those hops. This was destined to be a base hit into the outfield. He's proven to be an awfully reliable reliever this season. He wraps this one up and collects his 20th save of the year so far.
9-7, the final score in this ball game. The Dodgers posted 15 total hits in the ball game. Tony Fuller picks up his team-leading 13th win. Eric Neff couldn't escape the 4th inning as he slapped with the loss. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and the entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Dodgers. 9 runs on 15 hits. No errors. They left 18 runners on base. For the Giants, 7 runs on 13 hits. 1 error. They left 12 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 58 minutes. Tonight's paid attention.